Hey guys, welcome back to the Short-Term Rental Pacifier. I'm your host, Landon Smith, and today we are going to talk about what happens when what used to work doesn't work anymore. I'm going to tell a quick story about a client we recently partnered with who's actually become a really good friend. His name is Giovanni. We met him back in January of 2025 this year after being introduced to him by a cleaning partner. So he's a builder, and he had this brand new high-end home sitting on the market and also sitting on Airbnb. And in 5 months, he'd had 0 bookings, 0 offers, so pretty much dead on all fronts, the for rent and the for sale. The home itself, though, was incredible. It's amazing. It was a great location in Austin's SoCo district, but he built this to sell. And like many of us, including myself, remember the market starting to shift back in the spring of 2022 when the Fed started raising interest rates, and it did for him too. So he couldn't sell it for what he needed. And in this case, it's unfortunate, but I don't get to go meet clients face to face much anymore, much less walk the property. But I got to this time. We had a great conversation. And at the end, it became pretty clear where he was at. He said, I should just throw this thing up on Airbnb. It would rent on the weekends. It always worked. It made money. The weekdays were dead, but that was okay. But man, something has changed. I don't know what it is, but what I do know is that I do not get some bookings or sell this thing soon, the bank is going to take it back. And I think that's the big thing here, right? Like Giovanni wasn't new to short-term rentals. He'd been doing this for years. And that is the story that so many STR owners are living right now. We're seeing this so much right now. That's where I was at. That's how this company started. The reality is it's always changing. The market's always changing. What worked in 2019 doesn't work in 25. What worked last summer might not work this summer. Sometimes it's seasonality. Sometimes it's supply and demand. Sometimes it's consumer behavior. People searching different, booking differently, expecting more, like the list goes on. And something that always sticks with me, a mentor said this to me, there's no such thing as a bad market, there's just bad strategy. And that is really stuck with me because it's true. Like you can choose to live in the pain of what used to work not working anymore, or you can look for the opportunities that inevitably come with change. And that's exactly what Giovanni did by hiring us. He'd already done the heavy lifting. He picked a great location. He built an amazing, beautiful home, functional, he furnished it and so on. The house wasn't the problem. It was the strategy. The listing needed a lot of things like better photo sequencing, a title and description built to stop people from scrolling and book it, amenities that he hadn't considered that were based on data, pricing that flexes with supply, demand, and occupancy. But he let us get to work. He invested in what mattered, some minor landscaping, the right amenities based on the data, gave us full control over listing and pricing strategy. So he went live with us in late February of this year. And since then, so between March and August of this year, 2025, his adjusted occupancy was 53%. The market average is 36%. That's 48% higher. Then his RevPAR, the truest metric of performance, he averaged 532 a night. And the market was 232. That's 129% more. But the most impressive month was this month, August. The market occupancy in Austin dropped to 24% because let's be honest, August sucks in Texas and it's so hot I'm dreading walking to my car later. Giovanni, he booked in at 58. That's more than double the market occupancy. His RevPAR in August was $636 where the market was at 164. That's 287% higher. That's insane. So now, instead of thinking about foreclosure, Giovanni is cash flowing and he's thinking about making moves to invest again once he's fully back on his feet. He's just going to be more data driven next time. But he took the house off the market for sale, and it's performing very well month after month, even the slow season. So if you're listening to this thinking, man, my bookings are slow too, maybe this doesn't work anymore, just take a breath. Doesn't mean the property is a problem. It might just mean what worked before doesn't anymore. And that's normal. That's always going to happen. The market changes, guest changes, demand shifts. You have to change with it. You have to adapt. And that's what we do. We partner with and help STR owners adapt, optimize, win in this market. Not from 1 to 5 years ago. Today's market. So that's all for today's episode of the Short-Term Rental Pacifier. If you enjoy this episode, please follow us, like us, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're feeling like you're stuck in your own listing, feel free to reach out. We'd love to have a conversation. And until next time, have a great day.